we need to have a serious talk about Motorola, specifically what they just did with the Moto G lineup for 2026. Usually the rules are pretty simple for tech. The number goes up and the phone gets better. You buy the new one, you get a faster model. It's pretty simple. But I've been looking at the spec sheet for the Moto G Power of 2026 and I'm honestly kind of scratching my head. Now on the surface, it does look like a solid rugged update. But if you compare it to the 2025 model or even the 2024 model, we have a little bit of a problem. We have a classic case of give and take. They gave us some really cool durability upgrades, but they took away one feature that made the previous model a budget legend. So today I'm breaking down the Moto G Power of 2026 in comparisons to the 2025 and even the 2024. What you get versus what you lost. What they lazy copied from last year, and the one downside that honestly makes no sense. Let's get the boring stuff out of the way first. And I call it boring because if you bought a Moto G Power in 2025, you basically already own the 2026 model's engine. Motorola decided to stick with the MediaTek Dimensity 6300 processor again. Now, don't get me wrong, it's a fine chip. It handles daily tasks, it does 5G, and it's efficient. But it is not an upgrade. It's the exact same silicon. And don't let the marketing in the box fool you. You're going to see big bold letters saying 24 gigabytes of RAM. That is marketing fluff. It's 8 gigabytes of physical RAM, same as last year, plus 16 gigabytes of RAM boost, which is just using your storage as fake memory. It's a trick. Ignore it. The performance here is a total tie. The display is also a copy-paste job. We're looking at the same 6.8-inch Full HD Plus LCD panel with a 120Hz refresh rate. It's a good screen, it's smooth, but we've seen it before. So, if the engine and the tires are the same, what exactly did they change? Okay, I'm being a little harsh. There are upgrades here, and for a specific type of person, they can be pretty big. The 2026 model is built like a tank. Motorola bumped the glass protection from Gorilla Glass 5 to Gorilla Glass 7i. Cool. They claim this glass has 2 times better drop and scratch performance on asphalt. If you are the type of person who refuses to use a case, or you work in construction, or you're just clumsy, then this is a legit win. They also kept the IP68 and IP69 ratings. That means you can submerge it or even hit it with high pressure water jets and it'll survive. It's a tough phone. The other big win is for the content creators. The selfie cam got a massive jump from 16 megapixels to 32 megapixels. We usually say megapixels don't matter, but on these budget sensors, the extra resolution helps with pixel binning. It means your TikToks and your Reels and your Zoom calls are going to look much sharper and handle low light better. So if you break phones often or you take a lot of selfies, then the 2026 model is pretty much winning right now. But there's always a but. Here is where Motorola lost me. One of the standout features for the Moto G Power of 2025 was the fact that it had wireless charging. Now even the 2024 model had wireless charging as well. Now it was 15 watts wireless charging, but it was pretty convenient. Now with the 2026 model, it's gone. Wired charging only. And why did they remove it? To fit a slightly bigger battery? They moved from a 5,000 mAh cell to a 5,200 mAh cell. Let's do the math here. That's a 4% increase in battery size. In the real world, that is maybe 20 minutes of extra screen time? Maybe. You are trading the daily convenience of wireless charging for a battery increase so small you probably won't even notice it. Now to me, this is a bad trade. A 5,000 mAh battery was already 2 days of battery life for most people. If they were going to increase the battery size, they should have did a lot more than 4%. Jumping from 5,000 to 6,000 or even 6,500, that would have been a substantial upgrade, but no, they gave us 4%. So here's the verdict. This is definitely going to be a weird one for Motorola when it comes to the G Power already, and it's not even 2026 yet. It feels like Motorola looked at their user data and said, people drop this phone a lot and decided to make it a little bit more durable, which is cool. If you don't care about wireless charging and you want a phone that is genuinely tough to break, with a great selfie camera and Android 16 out of the box, then the Moto G Power of 2026 is a solid buy. It should last you a long time. But if you are currently using the 2025 model, I would say don't upgrade. You are gaining nothing in speed, you are gaining nothing in speed quality, and you're honestly losing the premium feature. Honestly, if you can find a 2025 model on clearance right now for cheaper than this new one, buy the old one, get the wireless charging, save the cash. But keep in mind, this is just my take. Maybe I'm wrong and you guys value that extra 4% battery that Motorola is giving you. Maybe you care about that more than I do. Let me know in the comment section. Would you rather have a slightly bigger battery or wireless charging? But don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this with your family and friends, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.